Hey man, Samuel, look man, it's your boy, son. It's your boy, Mickal, aka Mr. Never Born man. But today, man, we got the ambush of JayDaYoungan and his dad. Before we start this video, man, please like, subscribe, share, man. Do all that. Follow my Twitch. Just follow my Twitch. I'll be live. We can react to videos together on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Upload them for y'all. And all that, man. But let's go and get into this video, man.
On July 27th around 5:50 p.m., JayDaYoungan was ambushed while sitting on the front porch of his mother's home.
Is this my video? Oh,
Five men armed with automatic weapons pulled into their driveway and opened fire, spraying bullets everywhere. With them was his dad, who attempted to shoot back.
This is his house? This is his house? Or his parents' house or something? It's crazy, man. I pray to him, man. He got killed in his own city. That's when you become famous, you cannot go back to your own city because they're not going to fuck with you, but I'm telling you.
Back, but he too was struck with 2 bullets to the arm. Before Jay could find safety, he was hit 8 times and collapsed to the ground.
8 times?
His 5 assassins sped off while he was left lying in the driveway in critical condition. Police began receiving calls about shots in the area and sent paramedics, but it was already too late. JayDaYoungan was pronounced dead 5 hours later at just 24 years old. The motive behind his killing is still in question, but here's what we do know.
Investigators have spent the past 24 hours trying to put all the pieces together in a...
He was ambushed. Ambushed, that means he didn't see what was coming. That means he didn't know, he didn't see what was coming from me. Because usually you know when you get shot at, but I think he just didn't know. But I think his dad did survive. Or, I don't know, something like they either both passed away. I don't know. RP to JayDaYoungan, man.
Sources are telling us the motive for that violence was retaliation. They're also saying...
By the stage name JayDaYoungan was just 24 years old. In his very short music career, he was really able to make a name for himself, not just in his hometown here in Bogalusa, but also the music industry.
23 mean everything to me, like, so the number mean everything to me, so it's like forever. It's like a lifestyle, so this shit like forever to me.
I'm not gonna dick suck. I'm not gonna be dick riding. I never really listened to him at all. I'm gonna be honest. I never really listened to him at all. I heard like the 23 Island. That's the only song I heard of. I just never really listened to him like at all. Like I'm being completely honest.
JayDaYoungan came from the small city of Bogalusa, Louisiana, about an hour and a half from Baton Rouge and only an hour from New Orleans. Poverty and gang culture play a large part in the surrounding area, and it's on these same streets where he would get his start. Rapping was something Jay didn't do until his best friend, FG Famous, got him into it. They would write songs in class and even made their first music videos together.
So it sounded like
throughout high school.
It sounded like JayDaYoungan just wanted to be on the streets and all that. Sell drugs, do that.
Made a few songs and had a couple features from other Louisiana artists, which only helped bring more attention to his name.
I know he had a song with YoungBoy.
His first mixtape even had a song with NBA YoungBoy, an early sign of his success to come in the next few years. But his big break would come just 2 years later in 2018 with the song Interstate. Interstate would gain over 4 million views its first month and caught the attention of media outlets like XXL. They were considering him as one of the artists to make the front cover for the 2018 year.
I think the song that was like, that made him put a map was 23 Island or whatever.
But he was left out, something XXL would regret in a matter of months. After hearing the song Elimination off his next mixtape, Universal would end up signing him for an undisclosed amount. This was the song that introduced a lot of people to his music. Jay had gained tremendous success very quickly and he was climbing the ladder. But around this time, he started to attract a lot of negative media too. Until this point, he had managed to stay out of trouble and even spoke in interviews about never getting arrested. But with a large target on his back now, he found himself in back-to-back arrests.
But I'm still involved in the streets right now too. You know where I live at right now, where I'm still living at? I'm in my city right now. I still ain't left my city.
Damn.
I'm still doing my shit.
I feel like once you become successful, like you gotta leave, bro. You can't stay in that. Cause I'm saying once you become more famous and people know you, people that don't like you, your eyes, people that don't like you in general, they gonna want to get you up out of there now. I'm telling you, bro. They gonna want you to get you up out of there because they be jealous that you're successful in life and you're providing for the best. Like you know, saying you're trying to be better in life. I feel like when rappers get killed, I feel like people just be jealous. Like I feel like people just be jealous because of what they don't have. Like, and it's always our people killing us. It's always our people killing each other. Why are we doing that? Why? Why? We're supposed to be sticking together. We're supposed to be like this. We're supposed to be like this, man. It's crazy.
In 2019, he was scheduled to perform at Rolling Loud Miami, but the morning of, police arrested Jay and several others. Loaded guns, drug paraphernalia, and over $20,000 cash were found on him. Because of this, he missed his opportunity to perform in front of his biggest crowd yet. On top of it, allegations of domestic violence from his pregnant girlfriend were happening around the same time, and another woman said she had bruises and scars that he left from his attacks.
Damn.
However, during all of this, Jay still released his most successful project yet, Misunderstood, and the song 23 Island was so popular it pushed him to the brink of becoming a superstar and gave him his first platinum plaque.
That's what I mean.
But his ties to the streets were without a doubt starting to hold him back. In September of 2021, with shock and without warning, the internet would learn that he was arrested and charged with accessory to second-degree murder, a very serious charge. This was discovered after paperwork for a $170,000 bond was leaked and people began to ask questions. Almost a year before his arrest, a shooting had occurred at a large birthday bash where a 21-year-old female unfortunately lost her life. A group of men armed with automatic weapons fired shots from the crowd of people and fled the scene.
Yup, I heard about this, yup. Killed an innocent 21-year-old mother. Yep, I did hear about this. It's crazy, man.
It would take almost a year for investigators to gather all 5 of the suspects, and among those named was a rapper named 700 Jeezy. He was from a different set than Jay, but they ultimately were on the same team and had the same enemies.
700 Jeezy.
During the investigation, police discovered that 700 Jeezy fled the state to Texas with the help of none other than JayDaYoungan. Although he bonded out for this, he still had to spend 8 months behind bars after police found a firearm on him in a traffic stop, compromising his freedom and putting his career on pause.
Wait,
on June 16,
Jay, you helped him? Well, we don't know if he helped or not. They're just saying that.
2022,
We don't really know
he was
what
released from
really
prison,
happened.
and within a few days, he was back to dropping music. While his freedom was celebrated, his enemies had also taken notice of his release and were already making plans. They scouted him out for a few weeks, and it was known that he spent a lot of time at his mom's house. That's where they decided to make their move if they could guarantee he was there.
Damn.
Luckily for them, he drove a baby blue Corvette, which made him an easy target to track, and that's exactly what they did. According to reports, his final moments went.
Oh, so they're when he released, they're already like tracking him. Damn, so they wanted him gone, bro. They were tracking him for weeks, and they knew he'd be at his mom's. Oh, okay, it's starting to make sense now.
Went like this. Around 5:50 p.m., Jay, his father, and 3 other guests were sitting on the front porch of his mother's house. Shortly after, a black SUV with the lights off drove past and made a right turn toward an alley behind the home.
Damn.
2 men hopped out, fully armed, and snuck around the side of the house on foot.
Oh yeah,
while the
he was ambushed and snuck around the house. Yeah. This is sad, man. This is sad, man.
SUV spun the block and came back around the front. 3 men then hopped out into the driveway, opening fire with automatic weapons. His dad fired shots back, but was hit in his arm twice and disarmed. Jay tried to make a run for the door to take cover, but was caught in the crossfire as
you can tell that they really weren't after his dad. They're really after him. His dad got shot twice, but JayDaYoungan got shot 8 times. You know they were trying to get JayDaYoungan up out of here, man. They were really trying to get him out of here, man.
the other 2 men came out of the alley shooting as well.
Bro.
After being struck at least 8 times, his body laid in the driveway while his 5 killers drove off.
Sad, bro.
Initially, authorities didn't identify who the 2 victims were, but word on the street spread quick, and not long after, social media was flooded with the news.
Sad.
Blog pages were quick to pronounce his passing, despite his sister saying he was in fact still alive, which at the time was true. But 5 hours later at 11 p.m., the Bogalusa PD posted this message to Facebook. We can now identify the victims as Javarius Scott, aka JayDaYoungan, and a close family member, Kenyatta Scott Sr.
Oh. Oh,
He
so
can
the
also
thing is that
confirm Javarius has died as a result of his injuries. JayDaYoungan was murdered in his own city, a place that's supposed to show him the most love. Within 50 minutes of his
I'm sorry. Once you become famous, your own city is not gonna show your love no more. Let me say, I'm being dead ass. Your own city is not gonna show your love no more, bro.
passing, retaliation from his friends already began. FG Famous released a tribute song to Jay before he too was arrested for going on a revenge shooting. There hasn't been a clear motive besides the obvious fact that Jay had beef with other gangs in Louisiana. He was rich, successful, and certain people wanted him gone. But there is one other theory going around that doesn't involve jealousy or hate. It's possible Jay didn't have people looking for him that day. In fact, he may not have been the intended target at all, but his dad instead. His dad spent a large part
His dad? What the fuck? What?
of his life in and out of jail for some serious crimes. He's been registered as a sex offender 3 different times.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck?
Listed on the local news in
hell
2021 for
no.
something similar. If someone was looking to take revenge for something his dad did in the past, it's possible JayDaYoungan was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But only
The wrong place at the wrong time, man. We don't really know, man. Could be a stop. We don't really know until
time will tell us what really happened.
until you know,
Long
say
live
the time.
23.
He was talented though. I just never listened to his music. Man, that is sad. Anyway, damn. Anyways, y'all, man, that was a video of ambush of JayDaYoungan and his dad, man. R.I.P. to JayDaYoungan, man. R.I.P. to that 200-month dad last year, unfortunately, life. I was insane, man. I just wanted to say, God bless all of y'all, man. I thank y'all to my supporters, and God bless all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? God is good, God is great, you know what I'm saying? Everything, man. But I'll see y'all until the next video.